Okay, and we're back. So I finally figured out what this channel is going to do. I think it would be really neat if we looked at all the different reserves, and we did just 3 videos per reserve. And each of the videos, we should go to different areas, kind of like we're doing here in Germany. So I think that's what we're going to do. Excuse me. We are going to spend 3 parts in each reserve, and in those reserves, we're going to try to do a different area. So right now, we are in Germany. We're in the western part of Germany, of this reserve, rather. And we're going to move away from the fields. We've hunted the fields well. We got great return off of that. Now we're going to try to focus more on the forest and the mountains. So let's look at what we got here. We also got our sights upgraded on our shotgun. And the way that these sights work, it's really interesting. Some of them just react with the ambient light. They're made out of a material that will just react with the ambient light. And then some of them, if you notice, they have these cylinders. And the cylinders, they actually are a critical wavelength material. So light can come in, and it's really difficult for the light to get back out. It's much like a fiber optic. Hello? Someone's... You know what? I'll quit talking. Now that was a mating call. So he didn't morning call us, he mating called, which means that he doesn't know we're here. Oh, you know what though? Let's try to get this going. Now this is roe deer scent, and I really should be using... Where's the red deer? There it is. I'm going to use the red deer scent because I don't think I have bagged a red deer yet. I think those deer are higher level, and they're more difficult to call in and to find. I think I've only seen one here, really. So we're going to do the red deer scent. We're doing it primarily just to mask our scent from the bison that's going to be up here. But we're also doing it because we might get lucky, and we might call in one of those jokers, and that would be fantastic. But you can see how hunting in this area is much different than hunting down in the fields. Much more difficult to acquire. You're stalking.
I saw some tracks in that area earlier this morning. Hold on, I'll send the coordinates.
I might have to look into how to turn that particular prompt off. It really does kind of break the aesthetic of the game. Not the aesthetic, the immersion. Oh, and it's going to rain again. It rained on us our last time. I uploaded a supplemental video, and that video was mainly for us just to kind of get an idea about what this area was like. It's only about 20 minutes. I'm going to try to keep all these videos at around 45 minutes. I think that's enough time for us to get in, find an area that we want to hunt, and then get a couple of animals. We're going to go up here and check the poop first. And this is something that we're going to run across when we get to Park Fernando, the one in South America. And there it is. The lady will inform us that we really should be checking the poop as much as we can, just to kind of get an idea of when that animal was last in the area. So it looks as if we'll be tracking this European bison. Mm-hmm. Again, much more difficult up here in the forest versus down in the fields. but I think we're going to be just fine. Try to stay away from the trees as much as possible, because if you hit them, then you will increase your noise level. And with the bison, they typically are going to yell at you. They're going to give you a warning call. They're not just going to take off, but they might, and it might be a really nice bison. It might be a mythical, or it might be a legendary, and you would certainly hate to lose out on that just because you ran into the bushes or the limbs of a tree. I am moving along here pretty quick. I've hunted bison enough to know that they typically are going to bark at you. They're typically going to yell back. They're typically not going to just take off. And, maybe I should slow down. We're in no great hurry. But it would be nice just to kind of get a visual on it, or at least have them yell at you. Because I don't have a call for bison. Like, I don't have any way to bring them to me. We're really going to have to just close the distance. That's why I'm not following directly behind him. That's why I'm kind of out here to the left, keeping that trail. I know it's down there somewhere, and I know that he's moving, in this direction. I'm just trying to get a bead on him. We're probably gonna have to go down. Yeah. See, that's still a mating call. That is still a mating call. He is not barking at us yet. And if he's traveling, then he's going to be moving much quicker than we are. And you can die in this game. You can fall off and break a leg or something, and they'll put you in timeout for a second. So it's not a good idea just to run and jump and go crazy. Just try to, there's a YouTuber, Chris Odd, and he always talks about setting the mood, right? He talks about how you should, if it's a scary game, turn the lights off, turn the brightness on your monitor down. So we're kind of doing the same thing here. We're going to set the mood, like, try to be immersed in the game. Don't run and jump off ledges and stuff. Try to behave as if you would in real life. Just pretend like we've spent a lot of money for the opportunity to get out here in this beautiful country and just, get away from all of our troubles. Just relax for a little bit. And yeah, we're going to try to get a bison burger out of it. Why not? I was thinking about, I was at work today and I was like, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a 3-part series. I'm going to do every single reserve. It's going to be great. So I started thinking about the reserves that I consider like I'm strong in. Like I'm strong in this reserve. I'm strong in Parco Fernando. The Yukon, I don't have a lot of time there, but I feel like I know how it's going to go because it's similar to Silver Peaks. And I spent a lot of time in Silver Peaks. For some reason, I wanted a ram, like the mountain goats. For some reason, I was like, man, that's one of them is definitely, but then I got one and it just didn't look good. I don't know if it was the model or that particular specimen, but I finally shot one. But anyway, what I'm trying to talk about here is that the Siberian Reserve, that's the one that I'm weakest on. And I was like, well, what are we going to do there? Like, what's going to be something what kind of enjoyment can we get out of that? And I just kept coming back to the idea that I think the reason why I'm so hesitant on that particular reserve is that one, you really are hunting for a trophy. They have these lynx out there, these souped up wildcats. And, you can't, I guess you could eat it if you wanted to, but that's a predator, and the predators typically don't have a lot of fat on them. They're a little bit more, their meat is more stringy, like sinew, and, some people like that, and, you can eat it and it's good, but, you kind of want a grazing animal, Something that puts a little bit of meat on it. Um, gotta look here. I was just thinking, I was like, that's the one that I'm the weakest on, because I feel like that part, that reserve, is much more oriented toward. Just curious here. Mm-hmm. I feel like that mating call we got was from up this way, so we're gonna. There's some poop right there. We're gonna try to find some poop right quick, and we're gonna try to see which one of these bad boys. Here's some poop. We're gonna try to see if this is recently or if it's old. Yeah, it's old, and that one has some poop right there. I don't want to run. I really don't. But I am kind of burning daylight doing this. That's another fox. Nope, roe deer. Warning call. Really want to do a bison. Really want to do a bison. That one's old too. Okay, well. Like I said, I don't have a call for the bison. I just gotta stumble upon those. And I have before. You know, I've been out here just podunking around and come over the top of a little deal like this, and all of a sudden seen 3 or 4 of them out here. You know, transiting, moving from one point to another. But we'll holler at that roe deer. See if he'll come over here and talk to us. He might. Might not. But yeah, that one over in Siberia, that one is just all trophy hunting. So I think the big thing with that, I mean, yeah, I know they have the moose out there, but then they got the bear. That's what's then wolf and that lynx. So I feel like most of that out there is going to be trophy hunting, not meat hunting, which is fine. I mean, this is a game. We're not really trying to. Oh, we're not trying to be exactly like we are in the real world, but I just don't take a lot of enjoyment of trophy hunting. I like to hunt to eat. Now, I really don't want to take the female bison. She's all alone. Where's your herd at, lady? We're getting right up here on her, too. She must be asleep. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's go ahead and let's get ready. Now, with this bow, in real life, this wind would be an issue. But here, I honestly think we're going to get right here on the other side of that red patch. We're going to shoot her with this arrow. Then we're going to pull out that pistol. And if she charges us, we're just going to shoot her in the head with a pistol. I don't know what she's going to do. I think she might be bugged out. This might not be a good kill here. I'm just so bad with this bow. I want to try to get as close as I can here. She stands up. We're going to let her have it. You know what? I bet this is about as close as we're going to get right here. I'm going to go ahead and stand up. Hey. Oh. Lord have mercy. I didn't hit the shoot button. Oh, hell. Oh, I don't. Damn. I think I shot over her. I'm not good with this bow. I don't really know where the the aiming point is. I guess we were so close we shot right over her. Oh, that's embarrassing. That is embarrassing. You're gonna have to write down there in the comments. You're gonna have to write something like, "Geez, Ben, she was about the size of a barn. How can you not land that one?" I did archery for a bit, but I don't know. Never really got into it. We should have taken her with the pistol. But I tell you, I don't really like hunting with a pistol either. I'm a rifle man through and through. I like rifles. And I know we probably should go off and try something else here. We shouldn't stalk her, but sometimes you get a second chance. We're just gonna have to, like we were doing earlier, not be right behind her. Just try to come out from the side a little bit. And probably don't want to go to the left because our scent is blowing that way. We don't want our scent blowing into her. But we probably want to move off to the right, but sometimes it's easier to shoot an arrow going with the wind. You know what I mean? Like if we were shooting an arrow this way, the wind's coming from our back. We're shooting it this way, it's going into the wind. And this is the worst way because we're going perpendicular to the wind. So I kind of want to attack from this direction if I do get another chance, but I don't even know if I'm going to get that second chance. Who's that? Oh, that's a eastern grayback rock. Endangered species, I'm sure. Anywho, talking earlier too about them sights. These here, some of these that you see, they're conical and they're made of a critical wavelength so that the light can enter. Okay. That is twice, by the way, that I've tried to explain them sights and been interrupted by one of these bison. Bison do not care to hear the goings on of shotgun sights. But she should be just right down there. And of course, as always, she's right behind a gigantic thicket of trees, which makes it pretty difficult to get a bead on her. We're going to get this right here. Pull out the old binos. See if we can't see her. And again, this would be very dangerous in real life. You could just imagine them trees right there. If she were standing right behind it and you just did not see it until you inched down here a little bit more, a little bit closer, and all of a sudden she comes out of those trees with a full head of steam, you really wouldn't have much time to do. Now, speaking of that, by the way, unless you had one of these, then you could kind of sneak around, whatever. Well, there's hubris. That's hubris. You really, even if you had one of these things, you don't need to play around with these. These are dangerous animals. I've heard stories of not bison, but I've heard stories of people who've gone coyote hunting and they've shot those things, and and the coyote has just turned around and looked at them and growled with a bullet stuck in it somewhere. And the thing just, still didn't care to be fazed by that. Okay, we're going to stand up here just a little bit, and we're going to just... I see that goes down. I see that we're on a cliff here. I'm going to get right here, and I'm going to look. It says there's a sleeping area here, a resting area. I'm not quite sure for what animal. Now we're getting down further off the mountain. The forest has changed, as you can see, from that green uh, I guess pine. Yeah, green pine with the ferns on the ground. Now we're into this uh, maple looking deal here that are not evergreens. They're, your conifers. Is it the conifers that are not your evergreens? I forget. I feel like conifers are evergreens. Anyway, you get down in here to this where you have a color change. Things are a little bit more rocky. And that's just another reason why this is one of my favorite maps. You can go from those fields up to the mountains where you have the pine and all that. Then you get down in here, and this is just so nice and pretty. And unlike most games, there's no soundtrack. There's no ambient noise. I mean, every now and then you'll hear the dogs barking and all that, but typically you don't hear that around this area. Typically you hear the dogs barking and all that over in the fields, but not out here in the forest. Let's just take a stop right here on the other side of this. See if we see anything. Okay. Well, if it's going to rain, I feel like we'll get up and move a little bit. Let's check the poop here. I bet it's going to say fresh. I feel like we're close to that. Very fresh. Yeah, I feel like we're close to her. That was probably a little silly to jump. Now we are behind her now. Like now we are just trailing right behind her, which is not the best thing. Probably should be out to the left or right, uh, parallel with the trail. But getting down here and all this stuff, I feel like I'm really going to lose her. This is just a minor. This is like a level 2 or 3 female bison. This is not even mythical, right? So the work we're doing here just for this little trophy. I mean, yes, if we had hit her while she was sleeping, that'd have been a lot better. Hopefully, this time around, I'm going to try to get to the same distance I was, but I'm going to try to put that tip right there. I'm going to try to put that right on her this time. When we went after those 2 bucks a couple of episodes ago, I just cut the difference and I put halfway down, right, like that leaf right there. I put it halfway in between. That seemed to work out for us. Thought the same thing would happen this time around, but it didn't bring it home for us, unfortunately. Like I said, she's traveling. And her traveling speed is going to be a lot faster than our crouched walking speed, so we really need to get eyes on her if we're going to make this work. Anyone else feel like she just walked up right there over the edge of that cliff? Anyone feel like that just happened? Anybody feel like she went down there and then turned and walked right back up and that she was there just 1 second ago? I kind of feel like that happened. I didn't see those tracks. And you see how the tracks are populating? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Let's see. I bought the goose expansion, the duck one, but we talked about how we can't get a shotgun round that's made or that's designed to shoot those ducks. I'm really kind of hoping to sit down and figure it out. I think I'd like to go take some duck. I think that'd be fun. Not having to worry so much about the stalking and everything. Just sit down next to the river or the lake, put some decoys out, and just call them. Alright, I want to get right up here and I want to come to a stop. I'm going to look. She went off in that direction. When I first got this game, I wanted to go hunt a fox. So instead of sitting down and calling that fox in, I just chased off after it. Man, I chased that thing, running, chasing it for 20 minutes. Probably 20 minutes. I mean, I ran after it. I sat right here on its tail and just ran as fast as I could for as long as I could. And finally, the Joker doubled back. The programming said, run this way and then turn and do something, but I scared him or something, and he doubled back and ran the same way he just come through, and I had that shotgun on me, and I got him. And I was like, man, that's a lot of work for a fox. That's when I had to stop and watch other people and realize, like, oh yeah, okay, this game's got lures and calls, and you look out here, I don't see anything. So well, I was just about to say, I don't see anything out here, and there's a little roe deer. But the idea is that, you don't see anything. So why would you pull this out and do that if you don't see a deer, So then stuff like that where you hear the calls, the mating calls, or you hear the warning calls. And then that's what starts cluing you in. Like, oh, okay, I get it now. Like, well before you see them, you're going to have to hear them. And then you're going to have to find a good place to ambush them. Like right here, this is perfect because we got the wind going behind us. We got a lot of nice open place in front of us. And the best part is, by the time that deer comes into our view, it's pretty much too late for the deer to run or do this or that. Like the deer is going to turn, he's going to come around that rock, and then we're going to see it, and we're going to just lay into him. So by the time he comes around that rock, we pretty much got him. If we were out in the fields or something, there might be a long way off that he could see us or smell us or hear us. Then he's just going to take off. But that's what's so nice about this game is you can just sit and relax. I'm not going to lie, I started this channel. Well, started making these videos rather because I play this game. And I play some other games, and I typically do it when my family is out, shopping, or wife takes my kids someplace to go do something, just them, or they're asleep or taking a nap. Then I'll jump on and play a game, and I was like, well, you know what? Might as well start recording it and putting it on the internet. Some people might want to hear me talk. Some people might want to watch me play the game. So for me, I do feel a little anxious or nervous by not having any content, just kind of sitting here with nothing going on. But at the same time, it's nice. I hear something. I can't tell where it's coming from. It's to our left. It's behind us. Damn. Oh, it's in front of us. If you see it before I do, yell at the screen. It's right here, though. I can hear it. Oh, right there. I see it. There is a lip. There's a lip that I was not aware of. She is underneath that lip. She is right below us. I don't know if she's going to come up the hill or not. See how there was a lip there? My goodness. Hey, sweetheart. Sorry. I think we made it easy for you. Oh, no, we didn't. We got her in the damn spine. Now, you shoot a deer like that, it's paralyzed. It's not dead. You paralyzed it. There's no trophy here. She's trivial. Yeah, she's... So, you're going to walk up on them like that, and they're going to be paralyzed. That's why it's so important to take your time and try to get the heart. You don't want them to suffer. Okay. Well, we got a little bit more experience toward the bow. And hopefully, see, she's running. That bison is running away from us. So hopefully what we've done is we have reset that bison. We took a little bit of time for ourselves. We calmed down. We got something out of it. We got a little doe. We still want this bison. We're going to come up here to this poop. We're going to see if this poop is old or if it's still fresh. If it's old, then that means we're going to run a little bit. If it's fresh, that means we're still going to take our time. But this bison, hopefully, it's not going to be roe deer warning call. Well, that's red deer. Very old. Yeah. So we get done with this deer here. We're going to run. Mm. Mm. I don't know. Maybe we just start running after the bison. I'm not 100% sure where that roe deer, once they warning call you, I think it's about 50-50 whether they'll stay or, there's a part of me that wants to think that you'll make noise and they'll warning call you, be like, hey, who are you? And if you respond back with like, oh, roe deer or mating call, they'll be like, oh, well, my lucky day. I just happened to stumble on, something just moved right there. That or I'm crazy. I hear something. It's many of them. Sounds like birds. This is a bad spot. Oh, God almighty. Okay. Well, I was not expecting I was not expecting to call them in from that area. I guess she might be with that herd that we took the other one from. I was expecting him to come from that way. Again, right in the spinal cord, man. Rough. Okay. Well. Hello? Well, it looks like we're going to get a shot at the bison. That's really the nice thing about the bow is that it doesn't make as much noise as a rifle would. And now they have them subsonic rounds out there now, but I don't know how well that goes with hunting. I feel like them subsonic rounds is much better for target shooting. And even then, it's the target shooting of those really, not really high performance rifles, but the rifles where you want a lot of velocity on it. Can't think of what I'm trying to say here, but you know, the subsonic rounds, they won't travel as fast. Not that much. A lot of powder in them. Well, I kind of would like to open up my map and see the terrain here. If it flattens out, or if we're going up the side of a mountain, or what have you. But I think I'm just gonna hit the G key and let my person just walk for me for a bit. I really do hope when I post these videos, you folks can hear the footprints like I hear them. Because that's a huge part of this game, is being able to hear before you see. Uh, you know, I like having my binos out, and I like being able to see the animal. So I can set up a good shot, or I can make a decision about calling it in, using a lure. But really, hearing it is just as good as seeing it. I'm going to feel silly one day when I figure out that the headphones I'm using don't do stereo or something. So all this time, I'm always like, it's behind me, it's in front of me. Oh, I don't know where it's at. Like that one back there, I didn't expect her to come up from behind me. I was expecting her to come from the front. I just happened to turn around and see her. She was way too close. I mean, I don't know if that would be something that would happen in real life. But she was level 1. She was trivial. Those are supposed to be the easier animals to get. I tell you, I could spend a long time before I saw some type of mythical animal that would be, you know, YouTube video worthy. And I've done it. I've killed myself a mythical water buffalo. And I got good money. You know what? I need to show you my trophy room. That's what we need to do. That would be a good video to make. I might make it just right here after this one. Speaking of, this video might be getting to where it needs to be. We got a minute. Kind of want to bag this bison here, but I think she's going to keep running away from us. I don't know if we're going to get a clean shot at her again. It would be nice, you know, to come out to an opening like that and see some of her brothers or sisters or cousins or something. Let's see where she's going. She's going up the mountain, huh? I'm going to make a little bit of noise here. If she's already running. Fresh. I said roe deer. They're all over this area. I'm hoping to see her trotting along, you know, like come up on something like this and see her like poop, 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 just going right along there. But like I said, I don't have a call for her, so I can't change her mind. If she's going to walk off that way, that's just where she's going. I feel like we're circling back to where we just were. World's best hunter. I know. And I don't think this is how you'd really hunt bison. I mean, it might be. You might come upon a trail and just follow behind them. You figure it out. That might be how you do it. I couldn't tell you. I think the old timers used to run them off a cliff, right? Like they wouldn't even hunt them, wouldn't even shoot them. They just get them all stampeded and get them to go off a cliff or get jammed in together or something. It's greed there, though, you know. I believe the Dorf, the DORF, I believe that just means like place where someone lives, you know. I see it a lot on this map. And it seems like there's people's names, like John Dorf or Johann Dorf. This might be where we came down. Remember how we had that shot and I was like, oh, we're going to take her from that field? I feel like this might be where. I think we just ran back up. Yeah, I feel like that's what just happened. That poop, though. Poop said it was fresh. I wonder if she came back up this way. Let's see if we can't find a poop mound right quick. Any poop. Any poop. There's some poop. Let's see if it's old or very old. Yeah, very old. Yeah, we outsmarted ourselves. We got turned around and came back up to where we started the video. Well, part 3, I don't know. You know what? I think I'm just going to keep going. This might be the first video I try editing. I just keep playing until I find a bison here. Dogs. You know, a lot of game companies, they'll do stuff for Halloween. They'll introduce new like new monsters just for Halloween, or they'll put pumpkins in or something. I thought it would be neat if this game did something like that. Hey, look at this. An antler. That's cute. It's right up here at the top of this rampart. The antlers, you can do that in real life. I got a cousin of mine. He lives out in the woods, and he'll get antlers. You know, 1 or 2 a year. He found, oh, hello. He found one laying out in the woods about a week later. He went back to the same area and was poking around. It was right next to his house, and he found the match. Believe it or not, he found the match. Okay, now there's a mating call. He's not yelling at us. We're going to get right down in his guy's grill. We're going to try to get him with that bow. So, we kind of outsmarted ourselves, and we kind of didn't. This guy's level 4. I feel like there's a lip, much similar to how that deer was. There's a little valley, a little depression, defilade. And he's going to be tucked away in that. That's why, these things are dangerous. You lose sight of them like that, and you push in on them thinking you got it figured out. All of a sudden, the Joker's right next to you. Or the Joker's right there. You know what? Let's pull out the binos. Let's see if this is our level 4 guy or not. I feel like it is. Don't you run away. Don't you run away. I don't know if this is a good idea. Oh, I did not. I did not. I think I got him. I see him running. I'm going to go check and see if I got a blood spot. I saw him. They do that. They have like that recoil, like, oh, I got hit type animation. Let's see. It would have been right here. Is that just a little bit of blood? Blood spatter, no organs, just hit. Yeah, I think I got me like the foot or something. There he is. Yep, that's a hit. That's 2. That's 2. Come on, fall over, Joker. Miss. Now you push in on them like this, they turn around. I think we're going to have to go for it here, gentlemen. I don't want him to get away, and I don't want him to suffer either. Just pumping him full of arrows doesn't seem nice. Come on, turn around. I always think it's funny that the game just makes them poop. They move a certain distance, so I think it's funny that they're shot and they're bleeding, but they're pooping like crazy. Let's see. Where is he? Where is he? Come on. Coming out to an opening here. We should be able to see him. I think he's dead. Nope, that's a rock. Damn, that thing's much faster than we are. Come on. If we're not going to be able to see him, and we have that much of a wide open area. Oh, Lord. Am I going to walk? Is that going to help? Wide open as this is, we should be able to see him. Always trees in the way. Always trees. Well, got 2 hits on him. No vital organs hit. I don't think that's going to bring him down. Let's make sure we got blood here. Footprints. Poop. We have any blood? Footprints. 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 Poop. Might have stopped bleeding. Footprints. And notice that they're not giving us a... He's not doing a warning call, right? Like it's not doing the warning call or anything. Like we're chasing him, obviously. We'll click on this poop here. And it's going to say just now, right? So we're chasing him, but we're not getting a warning call. So he is 100% in flight mode. And we're just chasing after him with a pistol here. I've not seen him in a while. You know, we first saw him. We shot him. Unless that was a different one. And we got confused. And we've now shot 2. My goodness gracious. Oh, sorry folks. Probably not the video you're looking for, but I mean, you put 2 arrows into him, and you know, even if the bleed rate is low, they're going to get tired, they're going to get worn out, they're going to need to stop. Or, you know, they'll slip or they'll fall, you know, something will happen, but this game puts them on rails and it just sends it, you know, and nothing you can do about it. I mean, if we slow down, he's still running, like he's getting further ahead of us, like I don't know what to do. I thought he had died. I thought we come out to that clearing and I saw that boulder and I was like, oh, he's laid down and died right up there, but it was the boulder. And just that little bit of time, I think our best shot of seeing him again was gone. Because that was such a big open area. Like, you see how that's open down there to the right? Kind of hoping that he'll, like, run off into an area like that and we'll be able to see him and we'll get a shot on him. Just go ahead and bring him on down. Come on now. I tell you, man, hunting without a rifle, that is difficult. I just gotta commit to the bow and then doing a blind or something. But I don't have a call for the bison, so it's... Here we go. Maybe. If we get lucky, we'll come out here and we'll see him. Now, come on. We ought to see him. It ought not be this difficult to get a bead on him. I mean, as big as he is, sometimes these jokers turn around and they'll engage who it is that's attacking them, you know. It's kind of hard for me to believe that that's not the case here. Especially him being a male and it being mating season. God, I think I blew it. At least I saw him. At least I saw him. Okay. At least I know where he's at. I see how far ahead of him he was. He was super far ahead. And if we do this, if we walk, I mean, who's to say that that thing just doesn't take off and just opens that gap up more? I don't know if you're ever going to be able to match their pace. I saw him for just that moment. Oh, he stopped bleeding though. I tell you that for sure. That's why they hunt these things on horses, you know. Toy around with the idea of going and getting the quad. And just running them down on the quad. Yeah, this Joker's gone, I think. I'm not going to give up, though. I'm going to keep pressing. I think if we continue to push here, we're going to get into an open area where we see him. Again, I think I'll be able to get a shot on him. I don't know how the health regenerate. Let him stand his ground there. That's what we want, actually. At this point. Super Bull here, folks. Hang it up there, buddy. Hang it up. You done good? You done good? Come on, brother. Where's that heart at? Lift your head up. Oh, Lord, he's got us. Hey, we're out. Out of handgun ammunition. Look at this son. He is still up. How is that possible? Super Bull here, folks. I don't know what's happening. I have never seen an animal eat 5 .357 Magnum rounds and just and just shake it off. That is amazing. That is amazing. I have never seen that. I don't think buckshot will do anything but piss him off. But that arrow hasn't done anything, and the 357 hasn't done anything. Oh my God. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you stuck with it the entire time. I know there were times there that were comical and didn't seem realistic and really doesn't do this game justice when it comes to the absolute reality of how well they portray these animals and hunting. But there he is. That had to have been the first shot we got with the arrow. We got him right in the toe. And then we got him right there in the butt. As he crossed the road. And then there's that first time that, he turned to face us. So we got him right there in the back. And they're calling that the pelvis. Let's see. I feel like that's the the wrong. I feel like they have this inverted. I feel like these are bones more associated with the rear of the animal and not the front. You know what I'm saying? Like that. I feel like that's that bone right back here, and the sacrum. Sacrum, I feel like, is back there. Pelvis, I'm pretty sure is that one, right? And we got him right there in the flesh. Flesh. Can we scroll down, or is it just those 6 there? Yeah, we can scroll down here. Okay. 1%, 2%, 2%, 2%, 2%. Finally, we got him. A pelvis for 12%. My goodness gracious. Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to trophy manager him. I got a Plains Bison here that's 163. This guy is 22. I'm going to go overwrite him. And look forward to the next video. We're probably going to go and I'll show you my a trophy lodge. We'll go get some more ammunition here, and we'll try to get back into something that's a little bit more realistic, something a little bit more conducive to what we're trying to do here, which is really just showing off this beautiful game and how wonderful it is. And that's it for Germany. That's it. That's our 3-part series for Germany. That's over. Next, we're going to head off to Park Fernando, one of my favorite places to go, and then probably Silver Peaks after that. But that's in the future. Right now, goodbye, and thank you for watching. An hour and 2 minutes. Oh.